I don't have to tell you that the coronavirus has affected every facet of our lives. In Ohio here, we have had schools being shut down, in most cases till the end of summer. Bars and restaurants have closed, major events have been postponed, store retail hours have been slashed. The question I think that's on a lot of people's mind, should we postpone, should we stop, should we halt our job search? Well, listen, I've got some thoughts on that topic. I think my thoughts will surprise you. I'm going to share those thoughts, and that's up next right here on Over 50 TV. Before I share my thoughts with you regarding whether or not you should continue your job search during this coronavirus pandemic, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to Over 50 TV. To do that, all you've got to do is hit that little red button. It's underneath the screen. There's also a little bell. If you hit that little bell, you'll get our latest updates and they'll be delivered right to your inbox. And there's a thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button because that'll let me know that you're enjoying our video, that you find value in it. So without further ado, let's get to our video. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. I want to start out by just acknowledging and making sure that I let you know that I am extremely concerned about the coronavirus pandemic. I have been watching, like a lot of you have been watching the news, reading articles online. We don't know how severe this pandemic is going to be in the short run, let alone in the long run. So I am completely with you when it comes to being concerned about the coronavirus and how it's going to affect our lives, how it's going to affect our friends and our family. Number one, I wanted to get that out. But number two, what I want to say is this. I know that for most of you in this viewing audience, you are over 50 years old. I know that the statistics show on average, it takes us, people like us, I'm over 60 years old, most of us are in the 50 to 60 year range. It takes us, when we're looking for a job, when we are looking for a new position, it can take 6 months or longer to find a new position, to find a job that we want, a job that we will like, and a job that we're going to want to stay at that's going to pay us the kind of money we want to make. So I believe this. I believe, if anything, what we need to do is we need to ramp up our commitment to finding a job. We need to use the systems, and I actually created a video about systems and the importance of systems. I'm going to put a link to that video in this video here, and you'll see it up in the corner somewhere. But what I'm saying is this: we've got to do everything we can to find a new position. We can't wait for this to be resolved. Yeah, I think like a lot of you, you're sitting there, you're thinking, hey, you know what? Most employers are not going to be concerned with hiring right now. I do think, though, that if there is a job that they need to fill, a job that's critical, yeah, they're going to look for a person to fill that position. But right now is not the time. Right now is not the time to stop your job search, to think, hey, no one's going to be out there. Why bother? Why send my resume out? Why do anything? Why even go on interviews? Because they're not going to hire. They're not going to hire for a while. And in some cases, I acknowledge that could be true. I acknowledge that. Believe me when I tell you, I understand that. I'm not sitting here saying just go for it. You're going to get hired right away. No, it does take time. But now is the time to work on systems, develop your systems, get up every morning at the same time, send out X amount of resumes. I recommend a minimum of 10 resumes per day, schedule or try to schedule at least 2 interviews per week. I want to tell you a little bit of a story here. I have remember talking to one of the top, actually the number one salesperson for a company, for a major company. The company was Xerox. And I remember talking to him, and he was number one in the country. And everywhere he went, in all the business circles that I was in all the functions and all the network events I would go to, he would be there. And people would just come up to him and shake his hand. And I remember he was a relatively short guy. And I remember talking to him, and I was looking at him, and I'm thinking, man, this guy is just so dynamic. He's aggressive, and he really became number one because he worked so hard. I said, what's your secret? And he said, Lou, he goes, when everyone else was worried about something else, I was working. I was on the phone. I was calling the person at their office because I knew that the people that run the company are the people that are going to be in that office, and they're going to be there, and I could have an opportunity to sell to them. Well, listen, you're selling yourself, you're selling your talent, your experience, your knowledge. Now is the time to get aggressive. Now is the time to get your systems in place. Now is the time to watch videos. I've got plenty of videos. The top 8 most asked questions. I've got that videos. I'm going to put a link up there in this video to that. That's all I got to say. Have a great day, everybody, and stay safe.